It is almost noon, getting ready to start a Pilates mat class. My name is Brigitte. A lot of you know me as B. And I welcome you to my family room where we are shooting this live video today. And I really hope you enjoy it. We will get started in just a little bit. Hopefully people are joining in, signing in. And we will get started. All right, make sure you have your mat in a comfortable spot for you where you can see me well. Your volume is turned up on your device, you can hear me, and you have muted you. If you're not familiar, you just go to the left bottom corner of the Zoom and it'll have a little microphone and you mute that out. So then people just hear me, not everybody else. And hopefully the dog will behave as well. That is my hope. All right, so again, if you're just joining in, I am Brigitte. I teach at the ClubSport in Aliso, Viejo. I am a Pilates teacher, and this is a Pilates mat class that we're doing today at noon. And I welcome you, and thank you for joining me. So we are going to start on all fours. So come on to your hands and knees. Hands are directly underneath your shoulders. The knees are underneath your hips. Toes are curled under. Get a little flexion in the toes. We're going to start with just some nice cat-cows. So draw the belly in as you round up into the low back, pushing the floor away. And then inhale. Find that extension in your back. Again, pull up in the belly. So I'm just trying to move in my low back. And then inhale, open out through the chest, but try not to arc. So I don't want you to dump down like so. Keep pushing the floor away, light wrist. Exhale, draw the belly in. Find that scoop in your low belly and keep the scoop as you inhale. So we're not letting the belly drop. Again, exhale, scoop out. Keep the shoulder blades pulled apart a little bit and inhale. One more time, exhale, push the toes into the mat. So pull your belly in deeper. So really try to scoop and then inhale, open out through your chest. From here, just finding a nice neutral back. So again, no big arch into your low back. So you don't want to arch back and you don't want to pull your shoulder blades apart and round. We just want to keep them flat. From here, just slowly take your right arm out and reach it forward, then replace it back. Left arm out and bring it forward. So finding that stability, right arm again, and back, and left. And it doesn't matter how high that arm goes, as long as you're trying to keep the shoulders pulled down. You're just trying to find that movement in your shoulder, where it feels okay, and find the difference in each arm when you lift it up in your belly. Last time. And hold. So let's draw with the legs now. So right leg is going to stretch back and then back in. And then the left. So I'm not taking the legs super high. I just want my leg to be about hip height. So it's not going any higher than that. And the left. The abs are pulled in. And the right. Ideally, I don't want to have a lot of movement in my body as the legs are going. One more time, right. And in. Long neck and left. So you're just looking straight down. So from here, you're going to alternate. So right arm will go out and left leg will go out at the same time. So we're sliding them out reach and bring them right back. Left arm and right leg. And back. Again, take notes in your body. What side is more stable for you? What side is a little bit more difficult or wobbly for you? So it does show us our instabilities and our strengths. But really try to focus on the core, your center holding you. One more time, right and left leg. And then left arm, right leg. And then we're going to bring the right arm and left leg out. And can we hold for 5, 4, pull the waist in, 3, long neck, 2, 1. Replace it down. Left arm, right leg again. Make sure head is down. We hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Replace. Go ahead and just stretch back in a child's pose. Stretch your wrists out. Stretch your back. Little wrist stretch if that started to get to you. Again, being on the hand, just circle the wrists around. You can stay stretching back into this nice child's pose stretch. All right, so we're coming back to that same position, just a little bit more of an addition to try to tuck into our center before we move on. All right, so hands back underneath the shoulders. Toes are curled under, shoulders are back. Here we go. We're going to go right arm, left leg again like we did before, but this time, lower both limbs, tap the floor, lift up 5. Tap the floor, and 4. Tap it, 3, 2, 1. Replace your hand and knee. Left arm, right leg, reach it, and we tap 1. Stretch it long. 2, try not to move your back. 3, squeeze your butt. 2, shoulders back. 1, and replace. Holding here, adding on to that. Make sure your head is not cranked up. I know you need to see me every once in a while, but try to look down. Here we go, right arm, left leg reaches. This time, open the right arm to the right as the left leg opens to the left, and then bring it back. Again, watch we don't kick anything. I'm kicking my fireplace, but that's okay. Open, try to focus at the front of your mat. 2 more. Feel the work in the core. 1 more time. And replace. Holding here, shoulders are back. Left arm, right leg, hold. Left arm goes out, right leg goes out. They're moving in opposing directions. Right, finding that counterbalance, little unilateral work, just to throw out some fancy terms. And again, open, right, last one, and bring it back. Go ahead, press back in your child's pose again, stretching out through the arms, through your back. If you need to come up, circle the wrists around. I know wrists get tired. We got to get these puppies working. Stretch. All right. So coming back forward, this time we're going on the forearms. We are going to go into a plank position, so hopefully you're a little warmed up for that. So coming down onto the forearms, you can make fists if that feels good, or interlace your fingers. Find what works best for you. If this bothers your shoulders, you can come back up on the hands, right? Traditionally, forearms is a little bit more of a difficult position, but it saves the wrist. It gives them a little break, okay? So you pick and choose. Press down into your mat. Pull the shoulder blades slightly apart so we're not sinking into the mat. Right leg goes out. Then the left matches. And we're just going to find our nice plank. Chin is down, just looking straight down at your mat. And breathe. You can squeeze the legs together. That is better for you. If not, the feet can be a little apart. You just don't want them too wide, maybe 3 inches or so. And push down. We got 5. Make sure you're breathing. 3. Squeeze your bottom. And 1. And knees down. Press back in your child's pose again if that feels good to you. If it's not a nice position, you can always come up. Right? Option is always to go into that rest position if you ever need a break throughout any of this, okay? Going back, we're gonna add on to it. All right, here we go, back to the form. So press down, let's step the opposite foot back. So left leg first, then the right. Holding here, squeezing from your legs in your bottom, then the right knee and it taps the floor and then straightens. Then the left. So the movement comes from my ankle to bend my knee, not that I'm shifting or lifting my foot or dropping the pelvis. So everything else is quiet. If you didn't notice or you didn't know, you wouldn't know my legs are moving. One at a time. Other leg is very straight. So engage through the thighs, pull your abs in, Keep alternating right and left. One more set. Right and left. And again, sit back in your child's pose. Find that nice stretch. Big breath here. Again, making sure we're breathing, right? We need to get that oxygen flowing through our body. Get your lungs working, right? Super important, especially right now. Get those lungs working. All right, so we're gonna do that same thing, but we're gonna add a rotation. So the same thing, one knee taps the floor at a time. But instead of straight down, I'm gonna add a rotation. So the pelvis is twisting as the knee taps the floor, okay? Make sense? Here we go. Coming down, step out right, then left. So as I bend my right knee, I'm gonna twist my hips to the right and then back to center. Then bend the left knee and back. So my toes might come off the ground just a little bit. Bring out the waist. The hips are up a little. We don't want to let them dump down to the floor, right? So as I twist, I don't want to drop my hip too much. Rotate. Really feel it across your waist to twist you. Exhale. Center. Exhale. Again, to the right. And the left knee. One more set here, guys. We got the right and the left. And then knees down, find your child's pose again, and just stretch it back for me. You could drop the head down. I just don't want to drop my head down too much so you can hear me. But stay in your child's pose, release your neck, and just find that nice stretch that works for you, okay? All right, so we are coming back to the hands. Hopefully it feels okay. We gave them a little bit of a break here. Okay, so we're on all fours again like we did in the beginning, but here's the change. I'm gonna take my right hand forward. So it's like a hand space forward, I'd say, okay? And then take the right knee a little forward and then take the left one back. So it almost looks like I'm ready to crawl, right? Like a baby, we're gonna crawl. Okay, so we're in this little staggered position. Okay, now through this one, you can always drop a knee down if you need to, okay? Perfectly fine. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take my left leg out and then put the toes into the mat, okay? And I'm curled up on my toes on my right leg. Now from here, I'm gonna hover that right knee up and then just set it down. This is our prep. Exhale, hover, and down. Shoulders are down. Exhale, hover, use your belly. Set it down. Two more, hover, set it down. One more, hover, and down. We're gonna hold the hover and add a bend of the elbows. You can stay like this if necessary. If not, lift that knee. We're bending elbows and straightening 5. Bending elbows 4. Both the elbows for 3. Use your triceps for 2. And 1. Set the knee down. Bring the hands back. Stretch back. So you should have felt it more on that left tricep, right? Both were working, but we should have felt a little more on that left side. All right, coming back. Here we go. Left hand is forward, right? Then bring left knee forward. Right leg is going straight back. So I'm in that little stagger. Here we go. We're going to do the prep first where we just lift the knee up. Shoulders are back, belly in. Exhale, lift and tap. Try to use the belly to lift, not just the arms. So suck your abs in, exhale. Make them work for you. Exhale, suck it in. Exhale through your mouth. Exhale up. Now we're gonna hold and go into the tricep movement, okay? Here we go. Exhale, lift, we bend. 5, 4, 3. Watch the shoulders don't creep up. 1, knee down. And let's find that big stretch. But this time, let's go into a shell stretch. So round back, keep up a little higher. So my hips aren't touching my heels anymore. Head is down, arms are out. And this time I'm in a big rounded position to stretch out my shoulders, back. You can move a little side to side. Just a little different stretch. And then come all the way back up. All right, So coming forward, have a little seat onto your mat. All right. So from here, plant the feet onto your mat. Hold on behind your thighs. Let's find a nice lift in our spine. So the crown of the head is reaching up to the ceiling, the hips are down. Hold on and get a lift. And then exhale, just round back. Again, inhale, lift up tall, open up the chest, and exhale, round. Inhale as we lift, and exhale. Good, one more time. Inhale as you lift, and exhale as you round. Come all the way back up. Stretch the legs all the way out onto the mat. Take the arms out in front of you, lifting up through the chest, drawing the abs in. Slowly roll down. One bone at a time. Keep pulling the toes back towards you. Shoulders down. Slowly roll down. Once your head is down, arms are up. Inhale, lift the head and shoulders. Exhale, draw the belly in. So I'm trying not to collapse forward, trying to keep that scoop like we were doing our cat as I go forward. It's not about stretching forward, about belly in. And now slowly start to go back. Shoulders are down. Find the scoop in the belly. So the front of me is pushing the back of me down. Press every little bone all the way back. Shoulders are relaxed, arms are up. Inhale, lift. Exhale. You can always grab your thighs. If you have trouble with roll-ups, you can bend the knees to assist it. And then let's slowly roll down again. Shoulders are down. You might start inching back every time you do it and then end up off your mat. So be careful. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. If you need to grab your legs, do so. Pull the shoulders down. Try not to thrust up. Big scoop. And this time, let's sit nice and tall. So I'm actually going to scooch a little forward so I don't roll off my mat here. We're going to roll all the way down and stay down. Lift the chest up, flex the feet. Exhale, draw belly in. So again, I'm trying to keep my chest up. So it's the very last to go down. Every bone goes down. Squeeze the armpits a little more. Get those arms working, right? It's not just about the abs. It's about the whole body working together. Once you're down, arms are down. Bend the knees. Place the feet onto the floor. So just have the feet where your heels are not too far away from your butt. They're not tucked under, but enough where my heels are down. I could tap my feet up and down, right? And it feels fine. I can even lift my heels up and down a little bit, and that should be a pretty good spot. About hip bone distance apart. Take the arms up towards the ceiling. Inhale, lift the head and shoulders. Exhale all the way up. Really stretch through the fingers. Think of squeezing in as if you have a little lemon in your armpit and you're squeezing the juice out of it, and then slowly come down. Don't lose your lemon. Again, inhale, lift. Exhale. Holding here, squeeze it in, and slowly come right back down. Inhale, exhale. Push your tailbone down a little bit and slowly come up. Remember, we are in a neutral pelvis, but that doesn't mean an arch in the back. Inhale, exhale. So when I come up, my back is more flat, right? But my hip bones and pubic bone are all even with each other. I'm not going into a flat back. I'm not shoving it down and then slowly in, okay? We're gonna stay up this time. Inhale, exhale, holding here. Rotate the palms up. Really reach a little further. Stay up and interlace your fingers behind your neck. Holding here, we're gonna lower down a couple inches. Exhale, lift. So the idea behind our Pilates crunches is that the belly is pulling in to lift us up. The pelvis is not moving. It's trying to stay in that neutral position. Exhale, lift. Try not to let the pelvis move. A lot of times our pelvis is tucking for us to curl up, and then we're using our hip flexors more than our belly. Last 3, Last 2. Last 1. Hold here, reach the arms long again. Rotate the palms down. Start pumping the arms up and down. If you need a neck break, put your head down. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. One more time. Inhale and exhale. And slowly come down. Stretch your arms back if you need to. And just take a break. Reach your legs out long. If you need a little ab stretch, your back needs to get moving a little bit before we add on. From here, bend the knees back. Bring everything back together. So pelvis is back in neutral, right? And if you don't understand neutral, you put your hands on your hips and just kind of rock to a really deep flat back and then a big arch, right? It's kind of a happy middle ground, right? It's less arch than anything. I mean, right now, really shouldn't see a space in my back, right? It's where my back naturally goes, right? We're all different. Okay, arms are back up. Shoulders are down. Find your lemon. Inhale, exhale. Reach longer. Rotate those palms. Hands back behind the neck. Cradle the neck. Again, we're going to go into some crunches, but obliques. Going to come up and twist to the right, and then stay high in the middle. Up and twist left, and back to center. Exhale to the right, and center. Abs into the left, center. Exhale, right, center. Again, find that twist. What you don't want to do is rock from shoulder blade to shoulder blade. So as I'm doing this, I shouldn't really see much to my side. So when I twist, I'm not laying over on my side on my mat. I'm coming up a little and then twisting and crunching towards my thigh that I'm twisting towards. It's not about just rocking side to side. Again, one more time to the right, one more time to the left. Stay up, reach the arms, lower down. So that's always a big thing when we get to doing oblique work. We have a tendency just to go rocking side to side, right? And that's just kind of fun, actually. I'm just rocking side to side. So we want to try to avoid that. You want to try to come up and just a little rotation and crunch that side and then come up, right? It's harder, right? Okay, arms are back down. You're going to go ahead, bring the right leg to tabletop. Draw the abs in to float, the left to follow. Flex your feet. So right now, if I look up, I don't see my toes, okay? If I lift my head, I see my toes. So ideally, I want my shins to be parallel to the floor. So I don't want my feet way up here, and I don't want them down here. I want to try to find that 90 degrees in my knees, okay, right? Squeeze the legs together nice and tight. So feel like I took saran wrap and wrap those legs around. So squeeze your butt, inner thighs, belly. Arms are going down just outside of your mat. Now push your shoulder blades flat, okay? And now think of sinking your heart down as well as your ribs and connect to the floor. So use that whole back body to feel the floor. So right now, this is work, just laying here. It's not passive, it's work, okay? So from here, inhale, let the legs fall to the right so the left hip lifts. Push the left arm into the mat harder. Now feel like, uh-oh, my legs are gonna fall. Now I have to use my belly to bring the weight of my legs back. Inhale to the left, push your right arm down, hold, squeeze the legs tighter, exhale. Use your abs to pull back. Inhale to the right, squeeze the legs tight, 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 hold. Exhale, it's the waist pulling the legs back. So I always like to think that my legs are this extra weight that my abs have to pull. And it's all about the abs dictating the movement. So the more you pull your abs in, exhale, the better, right? It's just a big learning curve, especially if you're new to Pilates. Exhale. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale. You constantly learn. It's always learning, always changing. Exhale. your body starts to change. One more time. And exhale. Coming back to our center, make sure we haven't shifted around. Reach the arms long once again. We're gonna add on to this. Inhale to the right. Exhale, both legs extend up. They didn't go forward, they went up. Inhale, slowly bend. And exhale back to center. So ideally, my knees and hips haven't changed. Over to the left, right? They're still lined up. They haven't changed. As I extend, now if you don't have the flexibility, that's okay. Just go where your body takes you. And then bend the knees. And exhale back. You're gonna feel your legs, but I want you to tap into your core. Exhale, extend. Inhale, squeeze your bottom to bend the knees. Use your hammies. Exhale, knees to center. Inhale, legs to the left. Stretch your arms longer. Exhale, extend the legs, stretch longer. Inhale, bend. So if I look at my feet, they're the same. One leg is not longer. One more time, over to the right. Exhale, extend, stretch. Inhale, bend, squeeze your bottom. Exhale, center. Last time left. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale to bend. Exhale, center. Hug your knees into your chest. Give them a little rock around. Make sure our backs are feeling okay after that. Hug your right knee to your chest. Stretch the left leg out onto the mat long. So give it a nice hug. You can draw little circles around. All right, the hip flexors love to help us out. We hold our legs in tabletop quite a bit. So of course our hip flexors are going to work. And then go ahead and switch. It just takes time, right, if you're not used to it. And then circle around. Do what feels good in your body, what you need to stretch at this moment, okay? All right, so go ahead, extend both legs back out straight onto the mat. Squeeze your thighs together. Reach the arms back up to the ceiling. Push your shoulder blades flat. Pull the belly in first, so we're already working here. Inhale, lift. Exhale, use the belly, get a big scoop. This time, fold forward. So give yourself that nice hamstring stretch. Grab where you can. Calves, ankles, your feet, beyond. Just find what works best for you. Find that nice hamstring stretch. And just give me a couple breaths here. Big inhale and big exhale. And just rock side to side if that feels good to you. Okay? All right. So coming back up, we're rolling back down. Arms out, chest is up. Exhale, draw the belly in. Let's find that imprint of every little bone down. Slow, all the way down. Arms are down by your sides. Bend the knees. Feet back onto the floor. From here, again, I want that same position. So I could lift my toes, I could lift my heels, right? Feels pretty good. My heels are under my knees. And right now, I have a little separation because what we're gonna do is take the right ankle and cross it over the left thigh. So think of the figure 4 stretch, but we're not going into figure 4, okay? Ideally, I want your hips to be even with each other. So one hip isn't up, right? It's okay if this knee is up right now, right? Just find what works for you. Arms are down. We're gonna bridge like this. So from here, we're gonna scoop the abs, tuck your tail, and just slowly lift the hips up. So I'm in a figure 4 bridge, so to speak. And then slowly lower down one bone at a time, all the way to neutral. Exhale, draw the abs in, push the left foot into the mat to lift the hips, anchor the arms, get the arms working for you, and then slowly roll back down to neutral. Take an inhale. Exhale, draw the abs in, push the arms down, push the hips up. So as you get up here, you should feel a good stretch in the front of the hips. Squeeze your right butt cheek to open that knee more, and you'll get a bigger stretch and lower down. But what I need you to do is to make sure your hips are even. So when you lift up, this next one, we're lifting up, Look up at your hips. Are they even? That's the goal. We want to make sure both sides are working, even though just the left leg is down, and then slowly down. Both sides are always working together. The whole body has to work as one. When we do Pilates, tuck your tail and lift again, right? It's not just one arm working, one leg working, right? Everything works at the same time. All the way down. One more time here, guys. Exhale, tuck your tail, lift the hips up, hold here. From here, we're just gonna do little lifts up, up. And like I said, both cheekies are working, so you're squeezing your butt. Pull your abs in. Obviously, you're gonna feel more in the left. We got 4, 3, 2, hold here. Slowly roll all the way down. Hold here. We're adding on to this. Exhale, tuck and lift all the way up. Once we're in our full bridge hold. Now I'm going to take the right leg and shift it into tabletop and then bring it right back. Rotate it to tabletop, hold, and then bring it back. Little trickier. Exhale, tabletop. Rotate it back. Keep your hips up. Right leg tabletop. Rotate it back. 2 more. Tabletop. Rotate. 1 more. Tabletop. Bring it to figure 4. Hips up. Slowly roll all the way down. Holding here. Adding on to that. Here we go. Exhale. Pull the abs in. Push your hips all the way up. Once we're up, we're rotating right leg back to tabletop. Hold it here. From here, flex the foot. Exhale, right leg straightens out. Inhale, bend it in. Exhale, extend it. Bend it in. Exhale, push. Use your arms here, guys. Try not to arch your back. Your butt is higher than any part of you. Ribs are down. Last 2. Last 1. Bend it in. Cross it over. Hips up. And slowly round all the way down. Good job. Rock around a little side to side. You should have felt that left butt cheek kind of talking to you. So what we're gonna do is go into the figure 4 on that side. Okay, let's do the stretch real quickly before we do our right. It'll be nice because that left leg will be in table or in figure 4, so it'll get a good stretch. Okay, so let's make sure again, is your foot in alignment with your sit bone, your heel, right? It's not too far away. Knee and heel are in alignment. I'm in my figure 4. Hips are as even as possible, right? Arms are down. Here we go. Push your right foot into the mat. Exhale, scoop the belly, tuck, and lift on up. Hold here. Find that stretch on that left side and slowly down. May feel totally different on this side. Exhale, scoop the abs in. Lift the hips up, up, up. Squeeze your right butt cheek. Squeeze it. And slowly down. All the way to neutral. Again, exhale, tuck and lift. Press the hips up. Squeeze and slowly all the way down. Are your arms working? Exhale, pull the belly in, tuck your tail. 1 bone lifts off the ground at a time. I'm only coming up to my shoulder blades, not on the neck. And roll back down. We'll stay lifted on this next one. Exhale, scoop the belly, push the right foot into the ground, lift up, 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 hold here. Little butt lifts up. 1, 2, squeeze your right butt cheek. 3, pull your abs in. 4, press open that left knee and up. 8, 9, hold 10, slowly round all the way down to neutral. Once we're down, we're gonna come right back up. Exhale, lift it up, hold here. Take that left leg, rotate it to tabletop. Cross it back to figure 4. Exhale, tabletop. Figure 4. Keep that left hip up, tabletop. Figure 4. Again, tabletop. Figure 4, 1 more, tabletop. Figure 4, slowly round all the way down. A moment. Okay, here we go.
Last thing, exhale, scoop the belly, tuck and push the hips up, fold. Rotate left leg tabletop. Exhale, extend that leg, or flex the foot. Inhale, bend it back to tabletop. Exhale, push, drag it in. Again, push it long and in. Strong left leg too. Get those muscles working. Literally feel like you're pushing a brick wall away from you. Exhale, push. Couple more, push. One more, abs in, bend it in, cross it over, lift hips up, slowly roll all the way down. Shake it out a little bit, side to side. And let's go into the right figure four again so we can stretch out that right side since we just worked it. So pull the right ankle over the left thigh. Take your right arm under the left knee and then interlace with the left hand. Push your elbow into your right thigh. You can rock a little bit, pull in. Just kind of play with where you're tighter and just hold into that. And just breathe. Few deep breaths here. Just find what you need. Sometimes I like to rock over a little bit and then push it away, like you're trying to elongate through that hip. You know, that's where I'm tight, so that's where I go. And then come back. And let's go to the left side again, since we didn't stay there very long before. So interlace fingers underneath your right thigh, push your left elbow. You can flex your feet. And then again, you want to rock side to side. What works best for you. And then hug both knees into your chest. And then from here, just start to rock and roll a few times. Right? Little rolling like a ball, but nothing fancy, just kind of moving. Right? And then all the way up. Go ahead and open the knees apart. Soles of the feet are together. Can grab onto the ankles. So just another little stretch after that for the hips, right? Because there's a lot through the butt, the hips, hamstrings. Grab onto it, lift your chest. You can rock a little side to side. From here, bend the elbows. You push the elbows into your knees. Open out your chest, or in the inside of your thigh, rather. And just hinge a little forward. And just press. And then if you'd like to, you can completely fold over. And just breathe into that stretch for a moment before we add on. All right. So, coming back up. So, let's go ahead and come back onto all fours, kind of get ourselves off our back just for a little bit. So, come on around. Okay. So, set your hands out a little wider than shoulders, just a hair, right? Just a hair. Doesn't have to go super wide. Shoulders are pulled back. Now you can go to a full plank for this. We're going to do a little bit of a push-up, or you can come to the knees. I'm going to play with it and go from straight legs to knees. So again, do what works best for your body. All right, so from here, step one leg out at a time, holding this nice solid plank. I'm going to bend the elbows out. So slowly drop down, elbows bend out, and come right back. I'm going to gently set the knees down and do it again. And press up. Legs straighten, bend elbows, abs in, press it up. Drop knees, bend elbows, press it up. Stay here. Bend elbows, up. Straighten the legs, bend elbows, up. Bend the right knee, elbows, up, straighten it up, bend both elbows, up, bend the left knee, bend the elbows, up, straighten that leg, bend both elbows, up, bend both knees, bend the elbows, hold. Just holding here. You can do it in straight legs if you need more work. Hold it, 5, 4, shoulders back, 2, straighten up, straighten the legs, holding here, bend the elbows, and pulse arms, 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way up, knees bent, and child's pose. So hopefully that got some arm work for you and your heart rate up just a little bit too, right? It's always good for us to get our heart rate up when we're doing Pilates, right? It's not a passive exercise, right? Heart rate's up, beating, you might even get a little sweaty, and then we're gonna come on back. So get some water if you haven't. I'm gonna grab my lemon water and have a little drink. So please drink water throughout, right? It's not something that I don't want you to drink. Just don't take a whole big sip, right? But again, please stay hydrated, super important. All right, so we're coming back. This time, hold on to the knees, or right in front of the knees. I'm kind of at my shins here. Lift up the chest, shoulders are back. So sit where you can sit tall. And then from here, I'm just gonna start to walk my feet back. So just my tippy toes are on the mat. And then from here, I'm gonna just gently tuck my butt under. So now, instead of on my sits bones, I'm kind of at the top of my butt crack, right on my tailbone. Scoop the belly in, and then I'm just gonna float my feet up, okay? And find my balance. So we're just working a little balance here, guys. The toes are off the ground. You're not rounded in your upper back. It is lifted. Your belly is scooped in as if there's a ball right between your belly and your thighs, and you're pushing into it, right? Now from here, take the right arm out, find that balance, and then replace. Stay here, then the left arm. I suggest focusing on something straight ahead, okay? Right arm out, use your breath. Bring it back. Left arm out, hold, find that balance. Both arms out. Bring it back, squeeze the legs tight together. It will help you. End your butt. Both arms out. And back. You can always go back to one arm. Both arms out, hold. If you are a little bit better, you can always bring the feet up into tabletop, a little harder. Ooh, yes. And back. I'm gonna keep them down today. All right, both arms, hold. Right arm comes up and down. Left arm comes up. We're still balancing. Again, right arm up. The toes aren't touching the ground. Left arm up, and we haven't fallen backwards, right? One more, right arm up. Try not to twist, left arm up. Grab back onto those thighs. Hold here. Suck your abs in, guys. Push your knees into your hands into your knees. Fire your biceps. Now squeeze your armpits and fire up your rib cage. Use those muscles. Now hold here. We're taking the arms. Both arms are coming up. Woo! And bring them back. Again, both arms up. Where can we go? Don't lose your posture. Abs are in. Both arms up. 2 more times. Exhale, abs in. 1 more time, both arms up. Can we hold it? Can we maybe get the legs up? Can maybe we start to straighten them out for a little teaser? Hold it, breathe. 4, 3, 2, bend and come forward. Nice, little sneaky way to get you into teaser, right? But again, so much balance, so much core, but everything else was working. Wasn't just about my center. Arms were working, legs were working, okay? All right, we're going back down to our mat. So let's go back to that same position, and we're gonna slowly roll down onto our mat. So find that little balance position. It's really a rolling like a ball prep, right? So as we're here, tippy toes are on the floor. Slowly start to pull away from your thighs. There's gonna be a point where you feel like you're gonna lose it. So, woo! And then come down. So feet now float up, so your shins are parallel to the floor. Shoulder blades are off the mat. Push your tailbone down, so we're neutral. Now really push your hands into your shins and squeeze your butt. Walking those arms. Exhale, straighten the left leg out across the room. Both hands on the right knee. Stay up. Inhale, bend it in. Exhale, right leg. Stretch it. Squeeze your butt. Bend it in. You can always put your head down. Exhale, left leg stretches. And in. It is called single leg stretch. I'm stretching my leg long, 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 long. And bend it in. Use your belly. Exhale. Stay high if you can. If not, head down. Right? You can do this with the head down. and back. A great little way to practice this, if you have to have your head down, is find your arms up to the ceiling when you do it, okay? So we work a little more. One more time, right leg out and right back in. Now we're gonna move a little quicker. We're gonna go left, switch, right, left, abs in. I'm trying not to pull my knee too close into me, only as far as the hips don't move. And switch, exhale, inhale, again, exhale, and inhale. One more time, exhale, and inhale, and lower down. Give that neck a little break. Rock around a little side to side. We're going back into that position, same leg pattern, adding a rotation in the upper body, okay? Hands back on the knees. Push the legs out. Bring the shins up. Long arms. Push your butt down. Exhale, bend the elbows, lift your head and shoulders back up high again. Push your tailbone down. Squeeze them. Hands interlace behind your neck. Cradle the neck. Pinkies are at the base of your hairline. Elbows in your periphery. Exhale, left leg out. Twist to the right, slow. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Slow, drag the right leg in. Left leg out, twist to the right. Make sure that right leg stays tabletop. Come to center. We're going slow. Exhale, twist left. Back to center. Exhale, twist right. Back to center. Exhale. And back. To the right again. One more time left. And we're gonna go a little quicker. Watch your pelvis doesn't jiggle. Here we go. Twist to the right. Left. Exhale, right. Make sure your sacrum is flat on the mat. Twist so our hips aren't going side to side. Breathe. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, twist. 2, inhale. Again, twist, twist. Almost done, one more. And center. Hug the knees in. Do what you need to. Make sure your back's feeling all right. And draw circles. Go ahead, set the feet down a moment. Let's go into a little bit of a stretch here. Extend your left leg out. Grab underneath your right thigh. If this is too much for you as we go along, bend the left knee and put that foot onto the floor, okay? If not, anchor down the left leg. Flex both ankles. Draw the abs in. Extend the right leg up. Flex through your foot so the heel is pushing to the ceiling, and then inhale, bend the knee. Exhale, draw the abs in. Extend that leg. Feel the length, that stretch, and inhale to bend. Exhale, extend, draw the abs in, and inhale. Again, extend, and inhale. One more time. Exhale, straighten the leg. Hold it here. Hold where you can. Don't pull your leg tight into you. Push it out a little bit. Try to find where you can keep it straight and anchor that hip on the ground. From here, point your toe. Flex your foot. Point. Let's get that ankle moving. Right? Very important to move our ankles. Right? That's where our balance comes from. Right? We have to keep that flexibility in our ankles so we don't fall. Right? It's for fall prevention as we age, and also get the toes moving, right? We need to keep the dexterity and the flexibility in the toes. Super important. That's why when we do our reformer work, the footwork is super important. And now circle the ankle. Circle it. Circle. And reverse that circle. Pull the abs in still. Hold that flexed ankle. Go ahead, point your toe, cross the leg over your midline a little bit. Anchor down the right hip. I like to put my thumb in the crease and anchor that hip down. And now internally rotate your ankle and then bring it externally. Internally, external. So you're gonna feel it differently depending on where you put your ankle. One way hurts a little bit more, right? And hold it here, find the stretch, bring it up, bend the knee in. Switch, left knee in, right leg stretches out. If that feels good, if not, that knee is bent, okay? Hands underneath the thigh, abs in, exhale, flex the feet, extend up, find that stretch, and inhale. Exhale, draw the belly in. And if this is too much for you, if you have a strap, you can always put a strap around your foot to assist you, or a towel even, right? Real important to get our hamstrings lengthened, right? Direct correlation between our back and our hamstrings. If our hammies are tight, it's a lot of work on the back, right? So we need to keep these hamstrings nice and lengthened. Hold here, flex and point. Flex and point, right? Healthy hamstrings, healthy back. Abs are in, flex and point. Don't forget to pull the belly in. Even though we're doing some stretching, some mobility in the ankles. One more. And then circle the ankle. Abs are in. Keep that leg straight. Circle. Might get some crunchy crunchies. I do. And reverse. Circle. So important. Pull those toes. Try to spread your toes apart. And hold. Get that big stretch. Let's go ahead. Cross it over. Put your left thumb into that crease of your hip. Right? And then pigeon toe. Externally rotate. Pigeon toe. Right? Play with it. So it's an internal rotation. It's just the ankle. Right? Hold where you feel that stretch, where you need it. Breathe. Bring that leg back, flex the foot, hug the knees into your chest. All right, guys, stretch the legs back out onto the mat, squeeze them together, arms are up. So nice straight long line. Inhale, lift the head and shoulders. Exhale, use your abs to come all the way up. And let's get a little stretch forward. You should feel a little bit more open in those hamstrings. Now, right, as we've been moving, right, should be a little bit better. At least that's my hope and your goal, I hope. All right, almost done. Let's come around onto your tummy. Just a little back extension. So real quick, whenever you come onto a prone position on your stomach, you want to be mindful of your low back. We don't want to pinch into it. I don't want you to feel compression in the low back. Super important. The idea of back extension is to get that upper back moving. Think of a back bend, so to speak, right? But I don't want you to think of any pinching, right? More of a lengthening, okay? So it doesn't have to be a gigantic movement. Real important, the pelvis. Stay in a little bit of a tuck, right? So just real quick little thing before we start. So come onto your tummy. Go ahead and bring the hands under your shoulders or where it's good for you, where your elbows are next to you and they're actually up off the floor. My elbows aren't down, so it's a little different than other types of things. You want to slide back where your elbows are the height of your body. They're not way back here. I don't want them above me. I want them in alignment, okay? Now, I like to stretch one leg out at a time and really reach through the legs. Now from here, squeeze the legs together if you do not have any issues with your back and your lumbar. If not, legs can be apart to protect your back, okay? Your choice. From here, tuck your tail, meaning push your pubic bone into the mat, right? So you're not letting your low back pinch, you're elongating it. Now right now, my head is hovering off the mat, you're looking straight down, right? Forehead is not touching the mat. Inhale, start to lift your chest. Try not to let the arms take over. Only as high as you don't feel anything in low back. And then exhale back down. Inhale, feel as if you're pulling your chest forward and up. And then lowering back down. It's not the neck. The neck is part of your spine. So try not to let the head crank up, right? I always like to say I have a little egg under my chin. Don't drop it, don't crack it. Inhale. Open the collarbones. Use your upper back to lift you. Obviously, your arms are helping a little bit. Inhale as we lift, Stretch the legs. Exhale. Keep tucking your tail under. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, draw the belly in. Let's do 3 more here, guys. Inhale, open, and exhale. Get those postural muscles working. Inhale, and down. 1 more time. Inhale, and back. Now come to that little hovered lift where we feel a little bit of a lift. The upper back is lifting us. Tuck your tail. Take your arms, slide them back all the way straight so your pinkies are next to your thighs. It's okay if they don't touch, right? If you don't have that flexibility, that's okay. Have your palms face the ground. Open the chest. You're not lifting high. You're just hovering a little. From here, little lifts of the arms up. Stretch them long. Reach them longer. You should feel your triceps working. You should feel the muscles along the sides of your body, your lats, your armpits. Your back extensors are working. Your chest is opening. Abs are pulled in. Exhale, 5, 6, 7. Stretch your arms longer. 8, long neck. 9, 10. Hands down. Lift up, round back. Get a big stretch in your low back again, right? If it tends to get tight, I have a tight low back, so I always need to get a little extra stretch into it, right? You can just go into a child's pose, stretch the arms out, if that's good for you. Big breath here. And let's come up to all 4s again. Go ahead, curl your toes under, shoulders back, tuck your butt, lift up, push back, and start to walk your hands back to your feet. Hang down a moment here. Let the head hang, guys. Let the arms hang. Just feel like a rag doll. Okay? Get your weight even in the feet. Look at your feet. They should be even with each other, parallel. Weight is even from the toes to the heels, from the pinkies to the big toe. Hold here and just hang. I have my opposite hand with the opposite elbow. Hold here. Release your upper back, your hamstrings again. You can bend one knee at a time. Release the arms, soften the knees. Use your abs to slowly come all the way up. Roll the shoulders around a few times. I'll come over here and go ahead and give me a few big shoulder rolls. Right. Inhale, lift up. And exhale. One more time. Inhale up. And exhale. All right. Nice job, guys. Thanks for working out with me today. Again, my name is Brigitte. A lot of you know me as B. And this was a Pilates mat class. Thank you to all my Renaissance family. I miss you. Can't wait to see you all again. But I'm so happy to be able to do this and bring this to you. All right, see you again. Thank you. Bye-bye.